each one of you did little homework in a sense. Check the Creative Commons websites. What are the different licenses, how to use. For me, definitely, yesterday also I said, and I'll repeat again, it requires little more practice, which license to choose, where to choose, how to identify also. So, but with time and with experience and with doing it, reading, learning more frequently, I'm sure all of us, we will be doing that. With these words, once again, I welcome you to the last day, the third day of learning. Anything Dr. Manas has to say or Noreen has to say? Otherwise, we can request Dr. Nantha to go ahead for the last day.
Thank you, Prof. Madhu. This is the time to listen to Dr. Nantha, and we need to enhance all the other activities and learn from. So for me, we should move to Nantha, and we will speak a few lines at the end of the workshop.
Same here. Same here.
Good morning, Dr. Munawar. Nice to see you. Okay, we can continue. So, Dr. Nantha, all over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Madhu, Noreen, and Dr. Manas. So today is our third day, the last day of the workshop. Today, I have prepared the slides. I will share the slide in a short while. But today we will do some hands-on activity because we need to apply whatever we have learned in the previous 2 days, and also whatever we learned today, we're going to apply. It will be a hands-on activity. I know it's online, so doing hands-on activity through online may be a bit difficult, but we try our best, so that we can have some tangible output from this workshop. So, okay, let me share this the slide now. Okay. Okay, should you be able to view the slide now?
Yes, Dr. Nantha, we are able to see.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Okay, so day 3, we will cover 2 sessions today, session 5 and session 6, and the title for day 3 is Finding and Evaluating OER. And we have a few objectives to be achieved in this day 3. So after going through this workshop today, in the third day, the participants should be able to identify different types of OER, navigate to and use different OER directories, platforms, and repositories, and use some advanced searching to filter results by license type, and evaluate the usefulness of OER, and you should be able to assess the quality of OER, when you want to release it to the public. So these are the main objective we will try to achieve in these 2 hours. Okay, so when you want to use OER, there are certain steps or stages that you have to go through. First, we have to search for the OER, and then we have to evaluate the OER, and then we may have to do adaptation. Sometimes there is no adaptation required. If there is no adaptation, so after the evaluation, we can implement in our course. But most of the time, we may have to tweak the content. So then we have to do this adaptation process. Okay, the third one. The first one is the searching or to source for the OER. And as I mentioned yesterday, there is no one-stop center for us in order to, to find or to search for this OER. We have to, there are plenty of websites, platforms, repositories that we have to make use in order to search for this OER. Once you have find suitable OER, then you have to do evaluation. Okay, then you have to do some tweaking. Once you have done that, and you may want to release the enhanced or adapted OER to the public, then you have to make sure certain quality benchmark are incorporated into this enhanced OER. So later towards the end, I also will share certain quality assurance metrics or parameters that we can make use or we can follow when we want to release this OER to the public. Okay, so there are a few types of OER. I think in the first day I mentioned that, most of the time when we say OER, we always think that it is video. Actually, there are many forms of OER. For example, learning objects, digitized object libraries, encyclopedias, online archive, open textbooks, OER courseware, OER courses, including open courseware, OCW, and then any online tools, that support open community. So these are the types of OER, but in open universities, most of the time, our focus is on the videos and also on the textbooks or modules. But just bear in mind, when we say OER, it has a variety of components or materials that we can choose. And as I mentioned earlier, in the first stage, when you want to use OER, we have to search or source for these OER materials. In order to do so, we have certain facilities that we can use. We can use, or we can refer to the directories, or we can go to certain platforms or certain repositories. So let me try to differentiate between these, the meaning of directories, platforms, and repositories. Okay, first, directories. Okay, when I say directory, it means a directory is a place that will provide lists of OER and links to resources available elsewhere on the web. Okay, they will try to consolidate few or all kind of OER websites available out there. They will put it in a proper listing. Example is Commonwealth of Learning's OER directory, very well known. And also, if we are academics, we always refer to these open journals. And there are directory of open access journal that we can refer, for the list of open access journal out there. So on the screen is an example of directory, open access journal directory from Cole. Okay, sorry, this is OER directory from Cole. Let me just, there's a typo error here. Okay, so shown on the screen is Cole's OER directory. There are plenty of resources there. We, the academics or public, always can go in and can search for the appropriate OER materials. And shown on the screen is directory for open access journals, not Cole's OER directory. So there's a typo error again here. Let me remove this one. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so given shown on the screen is directory of open access journals. Okay, so the list of open access journal available out there are consolidated here. Okay, so we can always go in to this page and we can search for the appropriate journals. Then we have platforms. Okay, platforms are specific digital tools designed to do something, for example, to do some authoring with this OER. This could include tools to develop new or to adapt existing OER. Example, Wiki Educator and Creative Commons website. So these are the platforms that we can use in order to do certain authoring or adaptation to this OER. And the third category is repository. Repository is a database or collections of OER normally developed by a particular institution. So here is like a site that provide all kind of OER materials developed by that particular institution. For example, MIT Open Courseware, Khan Academic, and Open Learn repository from the Open University UK. So this is an example of repository from MIT. So the difference between, if we compare platform, repository, and also the earlier one, directory, repository is much more focused because they have all these materials made available in their site. Okay, so there are many other OER repositories on the net. For example, Mallet, Open Michigan, Economics Network, the Open Learning Initiative, and so on. Okay, so there are plenty out there. We need to spend some time, in order to search for the right platform for us. If you ask me, my favorite platform is this OER Commons, because there are plenty of OER materials available there. And for research, for online learning and research on OER, I always refer to this OER directory provided by Core. Okay, besides the dedicated repository platform and also directory, we also can search OER in the mainstream search using mainstream search tool. We have dedicated OER search tool, and we also can have advanced search through Google. Okay, so when I say dedicated OER search tools, we have few options that we can choose. First is OER CC search. CC search is similar to Google search, but when we use CC search, it only will produce the results for any materials that have been produced according to Creative Commons license. Then we have OER Commons that we can use to find free-to-use teaching and learning content from around the world. Okay, and then we also have another one. They call it Expert, from Nottingham University, that can be used by learners and educators, to search their database on OER resources, and this is more suitable for students as well as for academics. Okay, so later, when we are doing a hands-on activity, you have to get a video, OER video. So you have the option to use CC search or OER Commons or Expert. Okay, but I will recommend you to use OER Commons. Okay, besides using these dedicated search tools, we also can use Google. When we want to use Google, we can use their advanced search features, in order to locate OER materials. When we want to use Google's advanced search function, we have to follow certain steps. Later, all this I explain through a video, but just bear in mind that the first step you need to use is to start the Google's advanced search, and then the second step is to filter the results based on your own requirement, and this include selecting the Creative Commons filter. Okay, and then finally you have to you can combine other search criteria, and then you can press enter in order to get the results. Okay, so in this video I will show you how you can do OER searching via OER Commons, Google Advanced Search, and also using the normal Google search. What I will do, I will go back to Zoom. I will share the link of the video in the chat area. So you just okay, now I will put it in the chat area. Okay, so you should be able to see the link, the video link. Click the link and you should be able to watch the video. The duration is 9 minutes, roughly 9 minutes. You can watch the video now. Please check whether you can able to see the link. Okay, so the video was produced by Commonwealth of Learning. Can you see the link? Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, so there's a message saying that the link is working. Okay, so I will give you 10 minutes in order for you to watch the video. Okay, some of the participants already watched the video. I think we can wait for 1 or 2 minutes more. Okay, you may download the video into your desktop or laptop so that you can always go back and refer again. I think most of the participants have watched the video.
Yes, they are dropping the message that they have watched the video.
Yeah, so we can wait for another 1 minute.
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay, so let me go back to my slide. Okay, I hope you have learned a lot after watching this video, especially on how to search for OER materials through OER Commons and Google. It is good to see that Google is giving the support for OER materials. Many years ago, they don't have the filter for Creative Commons, but now they have. So with Google, we can search for OER materials, or we also can use OER Commons. Besides OER Commons and Google, we also can use YouTube in order to search for OER materials. And the good news is that YouTube also has a filter for Creative Commons. Okay, so I will show you how you can use YouTube in order to search for OER videos. Okay, so there are some steps you have to follow. Okay, first you have to go to youtube.com. I believe all of the participants are familiar with YouTube. Okay, so you go to youtube.com, and then once you are in YouTube page, in that search text box, just type whatever keyword that you want to search. For example, if you're in management, you can just type management, or whatever keyword. Just type the keyword and then press enter. Once you have pressed enter, the results page will appear. Now you have to filter the results according to Creative Commons. In order to do so, there is a label here, filter, okay, at the upper section of the page. You have to click filter, okay. Once you click filter, you will see this new page. Here on this new page, there are a few criteria that you can choose, but the most important one, under features, you have to select Creative Commons. And besides that, you also can filter the type of material that you want. For example, if you want just focus on video, just select video. And then you also have the option to select the kind of duration that you want, whether it is less than 4 minutes or more than 4 minutes, more than 20 minutes. But in our case, we can just ignore other criteria. We just select Creative Commons. Okay, once we have select Creative Commons, a new result page will appear, and this result page is based according to that Creative Commons filter that you have selected. So let me go through again. So in order to search for OER material in YouTube, first you have to go to youtube.com, and then in the YouTube page, on that page, you have to click whatever keyword that you want to type in order to search, and then press enter. So a result page will appear, but before you go through the results page, you have to click filter. Okay, click filter, and then you have to select Creative Commons. Okay, once you have select Creative Commons, a new result page will appear, and here the results are according to the OER materials. So proprietary videos won't appear in this result page. So these are the steps you have to follow when you want to search for OER materials in YouTube. Okay, again, it's always nice to see established multinationals, companies like YouTube, giving support for OER materials. Okay, so you have few options in order to search for OER materials. You can use Google, you can use YouTube, or you can use OER Commons. Okay, now we will do hands-on activity. Okay, so there are two hands-on activities. So the one shown on the screen is the first hands-on activity. And once we have completed the first activity, we will have the second activity. Okay, the purpose of these two activities that I want the participants to, to apply whatever knowledge that you have gained in the last 2 days, and also what you have learned in the first few slides that I have presented today. Okay, so for our first activity today, what you need to do, I want you to download an OER video for your course. Okay, one OER video will do. You can download from any OER site. Okay, it could be OER Commons, YouTube, or Google. Okay, it's your choice. But select the one having an open license that allows remixing or adaptation. Okay, for example, you can select CC BY or CC BY NC or CC BY SA. Don't go for those videos with having an ND, okay, non-derivative, because once you have ND, it means you can't do adaptation or remixing. Okay, so go to OER site, for example, OER Commons, YouTube, or Google, and then download the video for your course. One video is enough, but make sure the license allows you to do remixing or adaptation. Once you have downloaded into your laptop or desktop, try to upload the video into the course page of LMS, or if you have blog, you try to upload it in your blog. And then once you have done that, provide the attribution for that particular OER. And then just print screen the page, the one has the video and also the attribution, and share it in the WhatsApp group. So when you, the outcome of this activity will be something like this. You have the video and you will have the attribution, and you need to specify the license, okay? And then, okay, in order to specify the license, I want you to go to Creative Commons page in order to generate this license, and the image, put it in your blog or in your LMS. I hope you can access the LMS in order to do some editing work. For example, you want to upload the video. Hope that can be done in your LMS. Okay, so it's a very straightforward kind of activity. Okay, download the video and then upload into your LMS or blog, and then print screen the whole thing and then share it in the WhatsApp group. But don't forget to to provide the attribution for this OER. So this will be the first hands-on activity. And in order to do the attribution, you have to make sure you provide the original title, the author, the source, and also the license. Okay, so ignore the derivative. There is no derivative here. You're going to use as it is. So there's no remixing or adaptation. Okay, so try to do this activity, and then you can share the page, in WhatsApp group. Okay, so I hope this can be done, not that difficult, because the second activity will be a bit harder than the first one. But you have to do this first activity because the second activity is the continuation from this first activity. Okay, so I can give you 15 minutes or maybe 15 to 20 minutes in order to complete this first activity. I hope this can be done. Not that difficult to do. You can download any OER video, for your course.
Okay, Dr. Manis, I would like to add that few of our participants might not be, able to complete this task because at the moment, yes, we are in office. So depending upon the different rights given to the different people. So at the moment, they might not be, able to download any video or watch, the licensing. So there is some certain limitations.
Oh, okay, no problem. How about going into OER Commons in order to do the searching? Is it allowed?
That is possible. That is possible.
Okay.
At the moment, downloading is not possible, but rest of the things, if they want to, search any OER material, they can do that.
Okay. Perhaps they can search any OER video, and then they can just play around, with this platform. For those having difficulty in order to complete this task, perhaps they can go to OER Commons